What is going on, everyone? Matt Bask here with another video. Thank you for tuning in. Today's video we're going to be reviewing the MetaQuest 3S. Now if you'd like to purchase this device for yourself, I will leave a link to Meta's homepage in the description down below if you want to go check it out. That way you can purchase this for yourself. Today's video we're going to be reviewing the 128GB version. This retails for $299 US. Now there is a 256GB as I said before, but that one is going to be $399 US. So just a $100 difference for that different size model for it. But today, like I said, today we're going to be reviewing the 128GB version. I will try to leave timestamps in either the description or in the pinned comment down below, so you can skip to the part that interests you the most or the part that you were wanting to see the most. In today's video, we're going to be unboxing it and then quickly going over how to set up this device. And then the part that's most likely to take up most of this video is me kind of doing a semi-deep dive into the specs. And now for today's video, we're going to be comparing the specs to the Quest 3S to the MetaQuest 3. For those who don't know, MetaQuest 3, which looks like this, we're going to be comparing this device to that as well. I do want to clarify again that I don't have the MetaQuest 3 myself, I just have the Quest 3S. So the specs that I'm going to be going over for the Quest 3 is going to be the specs that I find when I'm doing my research on web pages or other YouTube videos and stuff like that. So without further ado, guys, we're going to go ahead and get right into the unboxing. One more thing before I go, guys, into the unboxing, I do want to say that if you want to see more VR content, reviews, or is there a certain game you want me to review on the MetaQuest 3S, go ahead and leave it in the comments down below, and I'll try my best to get to those games that y'all suggest. If you like this content or VR content, anything like that, go ahead and subscribe. Obviously, you do not have to. This is obviously your choice if you want to subscribe or not. However, it is free and it helps me know that you want to see videos like this. But without further ado, I'm going to get right into the unboxing, and I'll see you then. Peace. Alrighty, guys, we're doing a quick unboxing here. As you can see, doing a voiceover for this part bit, but just going over a quick unboxing. As you can see, we got the 128GB version. Go ahead and open it up right here, right now. Got everything out of the box for you. Got the headset right here, and go over the specs on that later. Got the left and right controllers for you, and we also have the glasses spacer for those who wear glasses in VR. And inside the package, on the glasses spacer, we have the charging block for you. Obviously, if you're in a different region, it's gonna be a different adapter for you for your region. In this case, I have a regular box that's a USB-C. Finally, we got the charging cable for the headset. It is a USB-C to USB-C cable. I almost forgot to mention, it does come with the page to get accessories for your MetaQuest 3S in case that's what you're interested in. And then you also have the safety and warranty guide for your MetaQuest 3S. And then finally, you got that guide for your MetaQuest Touch Plus controllers. Alrighty, guys, now we're going to get back into the setup of the MetaQuest 3. As this part I'm actually just going to take very short. I'm not going to show it on screen, I'm just going to talk about it real quick. First, you're going to start off by removing the battery blockers from the Quest 3S controllers. It's going to be by a tab that you got to pull. I'll show it on the screen now. But as soon as you do that, you can turn on the headset, put on the headset on, and then you use the wrist straps to get the controllers right on your wrist. But as soon as you turn on the headset, it's gonna take you through some quick prompts. So all you gotta do is just follow the on-screen prompts, set up your room, rooms, connect to Wi-Fi, and whatever you have to do to set up for your room. That is all for the setup. I'm going to leave that for when you get the headset yourself, just so you can go through yourself. Now we're going to get into the specs of the video, which is probably going to take most of the video. Hopefully it doesn't take too long, but we're going to dive into those specs real quick. Alright guys, now we're going to get into the specs of the Quest 3S. Kind of go over it as much as I can. I do have a list here because I wanted to get as much specs for this video as possible for people who really want to know all the specs to this. We're going to start off talking about the lenses to the headset. It has Fresnel lenses, just like the Quest 2 did. It has Fresnel lenses, unlike the Quest 3, which had pancake lenses. Now, I wish they were able to go to pancake lenses. I understand that they had to make some cutbacks to go to that $299 price for you. The only thing about the Fresnel lenses that I didn't like was that it had a smaller sweet spot than the Quest 3's pancake lenses. So it was kind of, if you were wanting to fine tune that clarity point for you, it would be a little bit harder with Fresnel lenses than the pancake lenses. Now, aside from the lenses, the IPD is another thing that I'm not complaining about, but I wish it kind of changed. Just like the Quest 2, the Quest 3S only has 3 fixed IPD adjustment spots. It goes from 58 to 68 millimeters. The first setting was 58 millimeters, the second was 63, and then the last one was 68. Now, the Quest 3, on the other hand, has the exact IPD adjustment slider. Now, the Quest 3 goes from 58 millimeters all the way to 71. Now, even if the Quest 3S couldn't go up to 71 millimeters of IPD, I kind of wish they were able to fit in that exact IPD adjustment slider for those who really want to dial in that IPD to get as much clarity as possible. Now, like I said, I understand they have to make some setbacks to get to that $299 price point for it, but that's just one of the things I kind of wish was able to be put in, but I understand they have to cut back. Alright guys, and one of the things I do want to say real quick about this headset is the new button that they added. It's a dedicated button to go from pass-through to the virtual environment that you're doing. You can switch from the virtual pass-through to your pass-through using the camera is going to be your rear road pass-through, so you can see your room. That's what you can use to, if you need to take a quick drink, if you need to read a text on your phone, or if you need to do anything that's a pass-through, you can just press that button real quick. Now, going from the IPD to the pass-through, the Quest 3S has the pass-through consists of dual RGB pass-through cameras, so you will have color in pass-through, unlike the Quest 2, which it was grainy and just black and white, and it wasn't that you couldn't see much on your phone and stuff like that. Now, this, I'm glad to say you're able to read clear text on your phone, and you're able to text on your phone without it being a problem, which is a big step up from the Quest 2. Some people may not see it as a big step up, but I really enjoyed it, being able to do that with the headset on. But it does not have a depth sensor like in the Quest 3, but to be honest, in my review, I wasn't using it too much in pass-through to really notice that it didn't have the depth sensor. Now, you kind of notice that sometimes, but it wasn't like a game breaker. It wasn't like, oh, like I don't want this headset anymore because of that. But that is one thing. It just doesn't have a depth sensor. But like I said, in my review, it didn't really matter too much. But I guess if it depends on your preference, if you're going to be playing a lot of pass-through games, then it's fine. But like I said, in my review, it didn't really matter too much. Quest 3S has a single LCD display, and the resolution goes at 1832 by 1920 pixels per eye. For reference, the Quest 3 has 2 LCD panels at 2064 by 2208 pixels per eye. So the Quest 3 does have better resolution, but unless you're really picky or a big VR fan or really wanting to get as much resolution as possible, then the Quest 3 is obviously going to be a better headset. But if you're just a casual VR gamer or don't really care too much about resolution, you just want to play some games or have some fun or YouTube or anything like that, it's not going to matter too much. But on paper, the Quest 3 has better resolution than this over here does. And like I said, honestly, it doesn't matter too much if you're just a casual VR gamer. Now, going on to the horizontal FOV on the Quest 3 reaches about 97 degrees compared to the Quest 3's horizontal FOV at 110 degrees. Now it's not a huge, unless you're really picky about your specs, like I said before, it's not going to matter too much. Obviously there is a notable difference if you were to have the Quest 3S and the Quest 3 side by side and you put them on at the same time. You would be able to see that difference, but it's not a game breaker for me in my opinion. Now when it comes to the weight of both of these headsets, it's actually very close. The Quest 3, or the Quest 3S, goes at 514 grams, and the Quest 3 is at 515, just 1 gram heavier than the Quest 3S, so it's about the same weight. So if you either have the Quest 2 is about 504 grams, I believe, so it is going to be a little bit heavier, but in my opinion, having played the Quest 2 and then playing this, I don't really feel like it's heavier. In my opinion, it doesn't feel like it's super heavy. It's only not that much grams, it's only like about 10 grams heavier, but it wasn't too noticeable. Like, it wasn't front heavy for me, which I really liked. I was afraid it was going to be a little heavier, but it didn't feel like that way at all, so I'm glad to say that it's not going to be too problem on being front heavy. Now it could be a little front heavy at points, which is why you want to get a better head strap. I don't know if it's just because I have a lot of hair, but the main strap wasn't too horrible for me. I can understand that it is going to feel horrible to some people, and I know the stock straps on these headsets kind of are famous for not feeling really great. Like I said, in my opinion, it might just be because I have a lot of hair. It didn't really feel too horrible for me. Now obviously I'm gonna want to get a new strap for the future, but in the meantime it wasn't too horrible for me. One of the last things I want to talk about is something that Meta did that really annoys me with this headset. Obviously, like the Quest 2, you have the USB-C charging, but as you can tell, they completely removed the 3.5 millimeter headphone jack for headphones, so you're stuck with either using the built-in speakers of this headset or trying to find an adapter to go from that 3.5 millimeter to USB-C to then put into the USB-C port of this headset. Now honestly, I don't know why Meta did this. I feel like they could have just left it in the headset. They didn't have to take it out. I don't know if they were just trying to do it to cut back on cost, but I feel like it wasn't too expensive to do that, so they could have easily just kept the headphone jack in for people that are using headphones. So now, like I said, you're either stuck with the built-in speakers or trying to find a 3.5 millimeter to USB-C adapter for your headphones. I want to do more research on it, but there is some like little earbuds that uses the USB-C port. It's like a Bluetooth dongle for the headphones, and it's like little Bluetooth headphones. Now those I heard work really well. If I can try to get those, I will do some tests on those as well. But besides that, you're either stuck with finding an adapter or using the built-in speakers. Now when it comes to the built-in speakers, they're actually really good. It's really crisp and sounding, and it's really amazing actually, like how good the speakers are in this little headset. Now the last thing I do want to talk about before I end this video is the battery life. I looked it up, and it says the battery life on the Quest 3S should be around 2.5 hours, and then the Quest 3 is around 2.2 hours. Now I haven't tested this to its full ability. I haven't gone from 100% to the headset being dead to fully know if it's 2.5 hours. But the most I've tested about it is going from full charge to all the way down to 13% on the headset before I turn it off. But going from all the way up there to 13% did take about an hour and 47 minutes. So it could be that full 2.5 hours. I'm not too sure. I don't really test the headsets by going all the way from full to completely dead. I know some VR reviews would do that. I just kind of don't do that for some reason. But it did go from full to 13% in an hour and 47 minutes. So to give you an idea of how much play time you have. Now obviously if you want more playtime, you could buy a battery strap for the headset and remove this stock strap with that head strap that has a built-in battery. If you want to do research on YouTube to find which one is better for you, you can go right ahead, but like I said, I'm going to keep the stock strap on for a while. Alright guys, so in conclusion for the Quest 3S, it is definitely a recommended purchase in my opinion, especially for the low price point that it is set at. Like I said, it is $299 for the 128GB version, so definitely an upgrade from the Quest 2 to the Quest 3S. Now if you do have the money to buy the Quest 3, I recommend that, but this is for the Quest 3S, and I understand some people have a limited budget, and I could say this is 100% worth the upgrade. If you have the Quest 2, going to the Quest 3S is definitely a recommended upgrade. I can say for sure that I will never go back to the Quest 2 after playing this device right here. That is it for the video. I hope you enjoyed. If there is any questions you had that I didn't answer in this video, please let me know in the comments down below. Go ahead and give me a like if you enjoyed. If you want to see more VR content, go ahead and leave it in the comments what you want me to do. But without further ado guys, that's going to be it for this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
You got me losing my focus, don't know what you do to me.